Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are talking Love Island UK, you guys, season 8. And this season is giving everything, you guys. It is giving everything except for India and Dami. What is going on? How many times do I have to ask the producers to give us some India and Dami content? Not them around all of the other islanders, giving them advice, dropping gems for them, pretending to care what Ekansu Tsunami has to say, India. Like, can we get some actual content and not having Indami and Damia in the background scenes and, you know, transitioning scenes and all of these other scenes except for an actual scene together, you guys? I'm tired. I am so tired. You guys already wiped out most of the black people on the show already, and now you're saying, oh, well, the ones that we have left, we're not going to show them either. No. We need to do better. We need to do better. We need everybody to have equal airtime, you guys. And so there is that. So what happened today? So we started off with Ekansu Tsunami, and you know, at first Jay, and at first I felt, okay, well, Jay's not really doing anything wrong. He probably should have talked to Paige first, though, before anything else. But he talked to Ekansu first and told her he wanted to pursue things with Paige. This is so convenient. Then he goes over to the happy couple and Dami, Damia. They're up here cozy. I see Dami. He's like sliding his hand on India's thigh and rubbing it. Not the little hand slap mess that Akenna did, like it was a turkey. Like stop it. Stop the nonsense. So Dami, you could tell, is super into India. He is very attentive. He is very affectionate with her and this and that. And unfortunately, Amber was not feeling the affection, you guys. She was not feeling the affection. Amber's my girl, but she was not feeling the affection. So there was that. And, you know, Dami and India, they're like hyping up Jay. They're like, the conversation went well, this and that. Now all you got to do is tell Jack and everything's going to be smooth sailing. So he tells Jack. Jack does not care, you guys. Jack does not care. He has slept with Paige, and he does not care about her anymore. And if he can pawn her off like Davide pawned off Ekansu, like Jay's trying to pawn off Ekansu, that's what he's doing. That is what he's doing, you guys. And so it's funny because word is getting around the villa to everybody except for Paige that Jay wants to talk to Paige and that Jack is okay with it. So by the time it gets to Paige, she's in her feelings because she's like, well, what does this mean? Like, are you trying to say that you are not into me? Yes, Paige, go with your first thought. Go with your first thought. Ask yourself why you are in a couple with somebody who chose not to wear any pants to the hideaway. And you guys clearly did some bits. You guys clearly had sex, right? And then the following day, well, technically the day after, right? He is now saying it is okay for Jay to pursue you. Wouldn't that level of intimacy, the endorphins and everything else, wouldn't that make you closer? That is why I keep saying Jack is an F-boy. He is Jake 2.0 this season, and he is moving mad, you guys. He is moving mad, and unfortunately, Paige started crying to Tasha about it because she's like, when I start talking, I start to cry. And, you know, she was upset, so production must have told Jack to go up to the girls' dressing room and console Paige. And I was just tired, you guys. I was just tired. I was like, this is just some foolery. Jack doesn't care. He only cares because she's upset, or he was told that she was upset. But other than that, he doesn't care. He's having like this weird conversation with Luca, talking about, well, I thought, you know, I really wouldn't care. And it's like, you still don't care, dude. You're trying to find yourself somebody else. You're trying to be single heading into Casa Amor, and you cannot tell me any different, you guys. But let's hope that there is not a elimination prior to that has you on the ropes. I hope it's not a couple's vote, you guys. Let it be another favorite girl, favorite boy Islander so we can get Jack out of here, because he is for the streets. He is not here for love at all. He is here for a good time, not a long time, you guys. So he can go. So there's that, because Fiat 500 is not going to have that. They are not going to accept their girl page being treated like this, you guys. So there is that. Also, production must have gotten to Ekin-Su's ear, because she handled the conversation with Jay way too calmly about him wanting to pursue Paige, and that was a red flag, you guys. So production said, you know what? Do you really think it is appropriate for Jay to pursue Paige after you sacrificed your situation with Davide? You crawled on your knees on the terrace. You had Jay crawl on his knees on that dirty floor to the terrace to share your secret kisses. I can't. You did all of that for this just to end in this fashion, for this to end in this matter. So that totally wound up Ekin-Su, and she came back to the fire pit to drag Jay and literally drag him during the fire pit. And the looks that Dami and India were giving, because they were still cozy, because production does not want us to see a happy couple, you guys. They do not want us to see a happy couple. If you are in a happy couple, you are not getting screen time, you guys. It's never happening. Or if you're boring in Team Furniture, like Andrew and Tasha, you're also not going to get screen time. Anyways, Ekin-Su Tsunami, she is back. She says, hey, you are a liar. You are an actor. You are the biggest game player here. You are an Oscar. Get the bleep out. And Davide is looking like, wait a minute. Didn't I say that to you? Karma. And so there is that. And so she storms off, and most of the Islanders, they are hanging around the kitchen area and what have you. And so then, Ekin-Su is like, well, fine, you can go and talk to Paige, and you can go have Paige, and blah, 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 blah. And so Paige is like sitting there. Jack is there. Jack is going off on Ekin-Su. These guys do not like Ekin-Su. They do not like her. They do not see it for her at all. They hate her. Even Dami was getting in some digs. I'm like, wait, not Dami. What are you doing? And Jack was like, hey, Jay saw what we all knew, and it took him 2 days to realize that you're nothing but a headache. And I was like, whoa, shots fired. And then Luca, of course, with, the dagger to Jay, is like, yeah, it looks like you're in the doghouse. And I'm like, well, dag, like, what the heck? Like, it was just shots going left and right, you guys. Shots going all over the place, left and right. And then in random news, Danica and Davide are talking after all of the madness, you guys. After Ekin-Su is a part of yet another meltdown, here comes Davide talking about himself in third person, trying to get Danica upset because he said Antigone and him had a better conversation than what their conversations were. I'm like, this guy is moving mad. This guy is moving mad. And the problem is Danica cannot flirt. She cannot read social cues. She cannot see what the signals are from men when they just want you to be quiet. So then he gave her a shut up kiss and completely sucked the soul out of her face, you guys. Sucked the soul out of Danica to the point she was laughing uncontrollably and laughing awkwardly because she didn't know what the heck just happened. And Davide, he's like, hey, I'm single. I'm here to mingle. I'm here to figure it out. And this guy's a savage. Literally the next day, he's talking it up with Antigone, and he's like, hey, at some point when there's private time as well, I'm going to kiss her too. And I'm like, you know what, Dave? You know what, Davide? I'm not even mad. I can't even be mad at the savagery. Like, I can't be mad at it because he's going to find an opportunity to kiss Antigone and then also, weigh his options and have the third person, Davide, weigh the options and then make a decision based off of that, you guys. And I'm not even mad at him. I am not even mad at him for the foolery, you guys, because there is that. And it was just too much. Davide, he was just getting on like how nobody was looking when he kissed Danica and how he's like, yeah, you can stand up now. like he was just out of pocket. He was out of order. He was out of control tonight. But this is why Davide, he is cracking up the list, you guys. Like I said, he went from worst to near first because Dami is number one, you guys. I'm Dami Hive as it pertains to the guys. So there is that. So we have the next day, you know, Charlie, I don't know. I'm just not seeing it for Gordon Ramsay, you guys. I am not seeing it for Gordon Ramsay. And he actually looks older than Gordon Ramsay. Not Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. You know what it was? This episode was boring, but then there were like moments here and there that were like entertaining, right? And so then, you know, the guys are gassing up Jay on the way to bed, and Dami's all like, yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, serious? But technically, Dami is right, you guys. If we want to keep it a buck, he was polite with Ekin-Su. He was polite with Jack. The only issue was that basically he told everybody but Paige that he wanted to get to know Paige. And shout out to Gemma, who also knew all along that Jay liked Paige since the public vote and chose not to tell Ekin-Su, who was literally seeking advice from her the other day. Make it make sense, you guys. Make it make sense. Like, she just does not care about any of these people except for Luca and possibly her ex. But more to come on that, you guys. So then the next day, really, there was nothing. There was no challenges. There was no games around the fire pit. There was no recoupling. There was no more bombshells or what have you that are coming in or what have you. And so everybody's kind of just talking around, cracking on, and doing all of this other stuff. And, you know, Paige is reflecting on the night before about, you know, her meltdown about the whole Jay situation and how Jack is just like free to pawn her off and does not care. And then we get to the boys chat, and I think, was it Dami or somebody that said that Davide had powder on his nose? Or it might have been Luca's messy self. I think it was Luca's messy self that was like, yeah, you have powder on your nose. You want to talk about what you did last night? And I'm like, Dak, like, they're savages, man. They are absolute savages. And later in the day, Charlie got a text that he could take 2 women on dates at the hot tub above of the hideaway or whatever. So guess who he chooses, you guys? He chooses, of course, Ekin-Su, because it's so funny. After all her meltdowns, then she's like calm. She's like eerily calm in the women's dressing room. And so she gets a date, and then also Tasha gets a date. And so what's funny about this is the night before the date, her and Andrew are having sex, you guys, in front of everybody. And I think Andrew was saying, per the caption, was like, how do you like it? Do you like it like that or something? And Andrew told the guys, he was like, yeah, I was giving her a treatment last night, another treatment. And I was like, you know what? I cannot, because the guys have different terminologies for the sex acts. Like, since, you know, Dami's a microbiologist, he says, you know, about your Bunsen burner, did your Bunsen burner, you know, flame, and all of these other acts that they try to describe or what have you. And so, but every time, I think this is the second time that Andrew and Tasha had sex, every time this happens, the next day she has the ick, and she wants like nothing to do with this guy. So she was like amped up for this date with Charlie. And I told you guys about Tasha. You should have sent her home, and you should have kept Amber, you guys. You guys messed this up. Whoever it was, whether it was production or the voters, you guys messed this up and should have sent out Tasha, you guys. Because Tasha only gives you material when she is no longer interested in Andrew, which is every other day, you guys. So there is that. So the date with Ekin-Su and Charlie was kind of like, it was some flirting, but I really didn't feel there was like anything of substance. I felt like Charlie was just trying to be nice, and I think he sees Ekin-Su as a backup option in the event that the person that he wants, Tasha, is not ready to have a go. So then Dami makes some comment, and I don't know if he was talking about Paige or if he was talking about India, but he was basically saying somebody's butt was jiggling, and I thought it was India at first because she was like walking over to get Paige for Jay, but then Paige was walking by after that, so I'm like, who was Dami talking about? Is he talking about Paige or is he talking about India? And so I was trying to figure it out, you guys, and I couldn't figure it out. And so then also it was cute because because, like I said, we only see India and Dami now in transition scenes. So they were like in the bed, of course, before the lights go out, and he's like still like kissing on her and everything else. Like, he is crazy about this woman. And it just sucks that we're not getting the content. It's called Love Island, and we never see the love. They hide the love from us, especially the black love, you guys. And I've just come to accept it because I've watched it for so many years that I've come to accept it, but I just can't stand it because I'm like, this is like an actual couple. This is like an actual connection, and we're being deprived for some foolishness, you guys. We're being deprived for foolishness because there is drama every single day, you guys. There is drama every single day. And so then we get to the Tasha date, and oh my gosh, Tasha has on this brown metallic bikini, you guys, this brown wrap, and also these high heels, these string brown high heels. I mean, she went all out, you guys, for this hot tub date with Charlie, and Dami was clocking her. He was like, and it was the same thing that he clocked Amber too. He said that Charlie is her type, that she likes danger, that she likes the unknown and the mysteriousness, and that she knows what she is getting with Andrew, that Andrew is a good guy, but he is not a bad guy. And that is what she truly wants because it keeps her interest level up. And so while she is on the date with Charlie, Ekin-Su, she is down debriefing, even though she's saying for the millionth time that she is in love with the next bombshell, you guys. She's in love with the next guy, you guys. I can't take her seriously. But then she says, you know what? It's not about the looks. So I was like, well, Dak, is he ugly? Like, you're saying he's ugly, right? You're saying that Gordon Ramsay's doppelganger is ugly. That is what you're saying. So there is that, you guys. It was just crazy, you guys, because I'm like, seriously, Ekin-Su, like, you're just throwing everything at the kitchen sink to see what sticks, and you do not see it for any of these people. Like, just stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. You have to stop, being in love with these people after 2 seconds, after they give you minimal attention. Like, it's not the move. And all of these guys, man, they're just done with Ekin-Su, man. They are just done with Ekin-Su. And so while Tasha's on the date, you guys, the guys are gossiping, you guys. They are gossiping like the girls. And I was like, is this Real Housewives? Is this Gossip Girl? Like, what is going on? Are we in a teen show? Like, what is happening? They are gossiping about Tasha away from Andrew, talking about, yeah, that's her type, Charlie. He likes the danger, blah, 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 blah. And, they're like, do you think that Tasha's head's going to turn for him? And Luca's like, yeah, you know what? Her head's gonna turn for Charlie because she likes that. And I was like, what is wrong with these guys? These guys are out of order. They're all out of order. And stop voting Luca and Jack to the top, you guys. Stop it. Stop the shenanigans. They do not like any of these women, you guys. They do not. Well, except for Luca. Luca apparently likes Gemma because he keeps asking about her family. So he is trying to meet her dad. So he's going to be all in with Gemma no matter what, you guys, no matter who comes in. So there is that. But then Tasha gets back from her date. Everybody's trying to wind her up and be like, hey, did your head turn? Is there a partial turn? What is this? What are you going to do? And she's all like, yeah, I'm into Charlie. I am into Charlie. I would like to get to know Charlie. I would like to pursue things and blah, 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 blah. So there is that. So anyways, we get a preview for tomorrow and we're finally getting a recoupling. And the only reason I'm happy about this recoupling, you guys, is because Dami and India can finally share a bed and we can finally get some kisses at the night cam, you guys, because I am here always for the night cam business that happens, that takes place, and everything else, and especially with the UK Islanders, because they do not hold back. They do not care about the cameras. So I am here for some steamy makeout sessions and whatever else transpires between India and Dami, you guys. So that is the only thing I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So I think there might be an even number of men and women, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember if that's the case. I think that's the case. But in the preview, Andrew gets wind that, Tasha's head has turned once again. And I told you guys about Tasha. I told you she was not into Andrew because she's wanted Luca, you guys, from the start, until Luca said, no, I do not want you. I'm going to go with Gemma. right? Because he left Paige for Gemma. So, because remember they did that game, and she had a dare to like crawl to the person she was into the most, and she crawled to, Luca. And so then after that, Andrew, of course, had the dare to kiss the Islander that he feels is wifey material. And so he went to go kiss Paige because he was like, oh, so you're going to go to Luca? Well, I'm going to go to Paige. And so I am interested now to see if Andrew is going to choose somebody different, because the men have to choose this week. So I am here to see if Andrew is going to start his villain era tomorrow, or if this breakup is all for show and all for screen time, you guys. We will find out soon enough if he's really going to turn his head. We will find out soon enough if he really is going to, couple up with somebody else and let Charlie be with Tasha and let her explore that. I'm excited to see it. Tasha's crying once again, but she keeps exposing herself every single time. She keeps getting exposed. She did it with the Luca situation. She did it with the Jay situation, where Jay sensed that she was not happy and is begging to get out of that couple with Andrew. Jay called it. Jay was spot on about all the couples, you guys, whether you like him or not, and his messiness. He was spot on about all the couples that Tasha has been wanting out. People, she's just playing it cool. She's playing it a lot better. And it's funny because her and Ekin-Su, they actually have a lot in common, you guys. They are both Leos, but the difference is Ekin-Su, she is the more outgoing Leo, and Tasha is the more quiet and sneaky Leo. So you don't see Tasha coming, right? But then when it happens, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Then everything gets escalated, right? But with Ekin-Su, it's like she's going to let you know right then and there, like, hey, this is what it's going to be, and we're going to figure out this tsunami together. like that's how Ekin-Su is. Whereas Tasha, she is on the sneak, you guys, and then out of nowhere, boom, you get the fireworks. And you don't even see it coming. And had Andrew been paying attention to the Luca situation, to the Jay situation, and now the Charlie situation, and every single time she's telling him, hey, we need to take a step back. We need to just be friends. We're moving too fast. Meanwhile, you guys were crying and saying, oh my gosh, I would leave with you if we were dumped. The other night, when a couple nights ago, your friends were just dumped. Your BFF Amber was just dumped, and you're up here asking Andrew, would you leave the villa with me if it was us? And he's up here telling you, yeah. He's asking you, if he was dumped, would you leave the villa with him? And you're saying, yeah, I would have left with you. I wouldn't have continued the show. Meanwhile, your head is turned for yet another guy, for the third guy, you guys. So Tasha is moving mad. The guys are on to her, and this is not going to end well. And I hope that Andrew gets to pick before Charlie, so he could just choose somebody random. So he could just choose like Ekin-Su, or he can just choose Danica, or he could just choose whoever, Antigone, whoever, just out of spite, just to say, you know what? I'm going to teach you a lesson. And I hope that is the case. And I hope Tasha cries her eyes out and ends up in a couple with somebody random, or ends up with Charlie, who she wanted, right? So there is that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. What did you guys think of this episode? Like I said, again, we're still missing the sauce. We're still missing the flavor. We're still missing the seasoning. Give us India and Dami. I do not want to wait till Saturday for Unseen Bits to see all of the black people again. Like, I can't do it. I cannot. And I know things are going well with Dami and India, and I'm just so annoyed that all of this, to get rid of Amber and Akenna and everything else, and to not even show India and Dami anymore. Like, I'm just over it. I am just over it, you guys. Like, it's just too much. It is absolutely too much. But there is that. I'm here for the recoupling, though, because like I said, we're going to get some amazing night cams. So there's that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.